Thank you. Praise the Lord, everybody. The first thing I thought about was so much help, so many smart people around me. Jam Master Jay's mother, who's here, and R.I.P. to JMJ, Mrs. Mizell, she let us create routines in her living room. She'd come home from work, and we'd be there with the turntables, and she never told us turn the music down once. She never said that we couldn't be there. We spent the night, we made the music there. I came up with the rhymes for Rockbox in Jam Master Jay's house, and I would like to thank you, Mrs. Mizell, for not turning the music down. We wouldn't be here. Again, the thing that goes through my mind, again, what I thought was so much help, so many smart people. Russell Simmons, my brother who's here also, he's the guy that's the big visionary that says, Joey, we could take rock music and mix it with rap music and we could come up with this thing. And he always was drinking screwdrivers and coming up with crazy ideas and smoking weed. And I'm not saying that the weed created it, but he was high, and these are the things that would come out of his mouth. So and he came up with the name Run DMC. We was gonna be the sure shot too, but the screwdrivers and the weed and the stuff again made him say, I got an idea. Because every rap group was like Flash and the Furious 5 or Treacherous 3. We was gonna sure shot too. He said, no, he's DMC and your Run, we'll call it, and this was crazy back then, right, Dee? We'll call it Run DMC. And we looked at him like he was crazy. And again, so many smart people and so much help. And we thank Bill Adler, Leo Cohen. Jay's whole family is here. And that's all I really wanted to say was that I'm very thankful, and there was just so many smart people and so much help that got us here today. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like Russell who said we'd be somewhere, but we wouldn't be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We might have been getting some type of award, but if it wasn't for people like Russell who told us to put the rock with the rap and was hanging out at places like the Danceteria and Rick Rubin and a bunch of white people, and just, he knew stuff. He knew stuff. So thanks again, and I'm going to give the mic to Dee, and I thank God for my beautiful wife. So many smart people, so much help, Justine, and all my cast of Run's House, which happens to be my family, is Diggy and Russie and Vanessa and Angela and JoJo and Miley and Jason Carbone and all of the people over at MTV. So thank God, and so many smart people and so much help.
What's up, everybody? First of all, I have to thank two of the greatest people in the world that actually made this possible, besides Run. If he didn't put me in the group, I wouldn't be here. But there was a beginning before that union of me and Run. I got to use this time to thank my mother and father, Byford and Banner McDaniels. Because it's like I say every day when I go to speak to kids. I tell these kids, don't let your situation define who you are, especially the foster kids and the homeless kids. Because a lot of them go through life just thinking, oh, I'm just a foster kid. Nobody loves me. But I'm living proof as I stand before you, not as a celebrity or as a famous rapper, but what I represent here tonight is purpose and destiny. You're looking at what can happen. You're looking at what can happen. You're looking at what can happen when you take time. When you take time out of your life and give love to a kid. Because if my birth mother never gave me up, my real mother would have never came and got me. Wife and the band would have never came and got me and took me to Hollis. I would have never ever met Joseph Simmons. I would have never met Russell. I would have never met Leo. I would have never met Bill Adler. I would have never met Jason Mizell. I would have never met any of the people who was there on this magnificent ride of hip-hop. If my birth mother didn't throw me away, give me away, abandon me, Wife and the band would have never came and got me, took me to Hollis. There would be no Run DMC. There would be no rap music the way it is today. But forget about all of that celebrity stuff, y'all. This little boy, Gerald McDaniels, wouldn't be here standing here tonight telling y'all that. The best thing y'all can do is give love to a kid, because that kid may grow up and be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame one day. And before I go, like I said, I gotta thank Joe for putting me down when Russell didn't think I was a rapper. He was drinking on screwdrivers. He knew I was a writer, but he didn't think I was a rapper. Joe believed in me. He believed I could be his partner. But before I go, when I was going through the hardest period of my life, 4 years of hell, I was in the darkest time of my life, and what allowed me to stand here today in front of y'all is my wife, Zuri, and my son, D-Son. Because I would come home every day not knowing what life was about, but when I came out of the darkness, the reason why there was a light in my life was because of them and all of the other people in my life. I gotta thank Eric Blamerville, and I gotta thank Tracy Miller, because they've been with me from the beginning of this ride. And before I go, I just want to say this, y'all. They asked me what this event did for me. You know what it did? It created a problem, because I will see you in 25 years as a solo artist, because I'm going to keep rocking and I'm going to keep hip-hop, and I love y'all.
Hello, Cleveland. My baby is still doing it for me. I would not be here tonight if it wouldn't be for Run DMC and Jam Master Jay. Like Run stated, when they asked Jason to work with them in their group, I was busy going to school, working, had a house and everything. And they came back, he came back, Run, and D was D. And the neighbor said to me, "Do you know Jason's name?" I said, "Yes, his name is Jason." They said, "Miss Mizell, you don't know nothing. He is Jam Master Jay." I said, "Jam Master who?" Then they say, "Did you hear the record?" I said, "What record?" Never heard of rap. That wasn't my life. But it didn't take long for me to see the boys in and out of my house and the turntables going. He broke up every turntable I had, learning how to scratch. And I never got mad. He said, Mommy, I need a turntable. I said, "How much it costs?" He would tell me. I said, "When I get paid, I'll get it." Next month, he needed another one. And then I love to travel, and so he said, "Mommy, I'm going to out-travel you." I said, "Where are you going?" Then he told me about this long limo. Where y'all went to, Florida or somewhere, the first trip?
Was it North Carolina?
My mother lived there. He'd been going in the country, so he got to go into a little bigger town. Came back telling me about that long limo and how they got out. Then he said, "Mommy, I'm going to out-travel you." I said, "Yeah, but you traveling free. I got to pay for mine." But I just thank God for the privilege to having a son that fitted in so well. And Run brought back to my remembrance how they would be sitting in my living room, and I was going to college. I would be in the dining room, and they would be in the living room, turntables and all the noise, and I'd be in there doing my work. And I maintained an AB average while the boys were keeping all that noise.